So let's bring in our colleague, political editor Andrew Clennell. And Andrew, in a political and economic sense, it is all about that energy question, isn't it?
That's right, Kieran. Aside from today's emotional Bali memorial services, it's all about electricity and gas prices for the Albanese government. The latest and most immediate pressures when it comes to the cost of living for Australians. Over the past couple of days, the government has made it clear it probably will have to do more in the face of these apparently accurate predictions that power bills are set to go up by more than 35% next year. For homes and businesses, such increases are going to create immense stress. The electricity price rises are partly to do with the price of gas, given the presence and importance of gas-fired power stations. Later in the program, the Industry Minister Ed Husic will speak to Kieran about this. There are two measures the government can use on gas prices: amending the Code of Conduct around gas that the previous government signed off on late last year, and reforming and using the gas supply mechanism to force more supply and lower prices. Resources Minister Madeleine King on Sunday and Treasurer Chalmers yesterday signalled they were willing to do more to get gas prices down. The Treasurer even went as far as to say that the big driver on inflation he fears is electricity bills. You said when you announced this that gas prices would not return to pre-Ukraine war levels of less than $10 a gigajoule. What do you expect them to stay at what they are now? What does this mean for consumers in terms of what their gas prices will be going forward?
Gas prices will fluctuate, but I do accept if prices don't come down, there will be more for the government to do in that regard.
Such as?
Well, we will look at that and we'll see. The gas producers have to make the Code of Conduct and the heads of agreement work. They have to prove themselves to the Australian people, but also to those manufacturers that they can make affordable gas available to them. And if they fail to do that, the government always has other levers, and it should always use them if manufacturers find this, grossly unaffordable or unsustainable.
I think there is more that governments can do, and there will be more that we do. The way that our gas industry regulation is set up has not been delivering the kinds of outcomes that we want to see. And so if you recognise that, and I do, then you recognise that if more can be done, it should be done. I think, or our current expectation, the Treasury's current expectation, is that a bigger and bigger part of this inflation problem over time will be what happens with power prices. Shipping costs have been a concern, supply chains have been a concern, labour shortages are an ongoing concern that we're addressing in the budget. But electricity is the one that I think most about. I think it is going to be the most problematic aspect of it.
It does seem there is some tension within the government on how to deal with this. Minister King recently signed off on a heads of agreement on gas, which she said had guaranteed supply for the domestic market. Yet Ed Husic has come out saying that manufacturers are getting dudded by the gas companies and there needs to be further government action. So we look forward to your interview with Mr Husic in the next hour, Kieran.